Now
feeling
we'll
very
go
nervous.
full screen, please, to the Bukit Jalil. It is Malaysia in the yellow, playing from left to right, Singapore in the red, playing from right to left. And straight away, Nasri, the Singapore player manager, gets it to Al Sakra, my dear friend The Rock, who's a great guest on our shows throughout the course of the week. This is a strong start from Singapore. Hisham's in the middle.
Please, boys.
Gets it in Sikiai.
No.
And the Evans block, so Malaysia survive an early scare, but Singapore still come forward. It's Al Sakra. Can they keep that in? They can. Assassination does brilliantly. Gets it back to Al Sakra. This is a strong start from the Singaporeans, but Achilles mops it up for Malaysia, and now Razaks can try and get it going the other way. Here's the maestro, ex-Bucky, who plays for Singapore's Larojak in the Pro Club Challenge. Nasri, all Singapore early knitted.
Yep, it's been a great start from the Singaporeans. That was a really good opportunity for Dane, but the Malaysians were there to block that shot. But again, very promising start from Singapore.
Certainly is. Keep the comments coming on Facebook. I'll get as many shouts outs as I can. Shout out to Elmra Elham, who's with us. We've got Zen Tam with us. Great to have you all on board. We've got Nicholas Aaron Koo here, Zubir Mustak as well, Nazim Mustak. Loads of you having your say. As Nasri Vasali gets the ball.
Ideal boxer. Finds Al Sakra, the Rock. Oh, good pressing there by ex-Bucky.
Certainly so. Malaysia, this is their first chance. Comes to Faiz, blocked by Fahmy, rebounds up, and Efi Fuero, the hero of the Pro Club Challenge final, has given Singapore a disastrous start to the Bukit Jalil. We're only a quarter of an hour in, and it's Malaysia 1, Singapore 0.
Yeah, very unlucky there by Singapore.
Unlucky?
Fahmy got the goal line clearance, but Afi Fuero, again, the fox in the box, he was there at the right place at the right time and have given Malaysia, in my opinion, an undeserved shot.
Oh, shot to Shamir, and that's great work from Izzle. I can't believe the referees let the keeper play in a yellow shirt, by the way. That's controversial in itself.
That's why this game should be abandoned right now, in my opinion.
Classic Singapore looking for a technical way out already. Here comes Dinsiki. Hisham, who are you to doubt the brilliance of Rybox? Can Singapore bounce back? Remember, we're back traditional rules now. Away goals and extra time if required. Singapore will be desperate to try and get an away goal on the board, but having had the dominance of possession early, they're now facing more problems. What a ball that is. This is going to be 2-0.
Well
Derek Lim, brilliant keeping.
Great play by Derek Lim. He saw the threat and he got his timing absolutely spot on there. Comfortable collection of the cross, and it was a very dangerous cross, I must say. Here's Din Sikiai on the right.
So a chance for Singapore to try and regroup and equalise an hour, of course, and the pendulum would swing back in their favour. But Malaysia get that early breakthrough, and you just can't help but think how important that early goal could turn out to be. And Afi Fuero, the man that got it, is down the right-hand side again. Assassination. Look how deep Assassination's having to drop back to marshal the threats.
Yeah, helping his left back out there. Assassination, he's not just an attacker, he also does his defensive duties, which is fantastic to see.
Here's Yuzwan. It's a controlled start this after a frenetic opening 15 minutes. It's beginning to calm down a little bit, but then Sikiai's found Assassination, and that was a lazy pass, and Max Nevis cuts it out quite easily.
Good try there by Assassination. I knew what he wanted to do, but unlucky to find his pass intercepted.
Shout out Shaimi and Lim is with us. Shout out as well to Amaruddin Harun from Malaysia. Shout out to Yashini. Shout out to Wong Wei Sheng. Shout out to all of you watching. Jonathan Ting is with us. Irfan Shaimi is with us. And Fezzi Max is cheering on the goal as well. Zubir Mushtaq, lots of you enjoying the action live on One Play Sports. As Al Sakra brings it away, Nitin is not liking what he's seeing here.
No, I'm okay. I think it's been a decent start by Singapore. Malaysia scored with pretty much their only clear-cut chance.
What about when Derek Lim did the last gasp defending?
No, that was a cross, bro. It wasn't a shot.
Well, it was certainly closer than Singapore have come to scoring so far.
Dane Sikiai's chance was better than that.
Deary me. Hisham gives it away to Achilles. Malaysia looking comfortable for me. Rybox has got his game plan spot on. Here's ex-Bucky. Rybox. Oh, look at the skills from Rybox. Goodness gracious me. If I was a girl, I'd kiss it.
Oh, what a ball.
Area, 2-0. Oh,
oh my God.
Singapore are saved by the post. And the beads of sweat running down Nitin Nambier's face now, and not because of the studio lights. He knows his beloved Singapore are bang in trouble here.
Yeah, that was a really beautifully created chance.
Ex-Bucky, another chance, 2-0.
Well done. That was a goal.
And it has been
well
coming.
Done.
Singapore collapsing in front of our eyes, and they trail by 2.
Yep, Singapore just can't deal with the attack of Malaysia at the moment. That was fantastic play. It was a very well-worked goal. And Faiz just hit the post a couple of seconds ago, found himself in space again, and made no mistake this time. So Malaysia are 2-0 up, and deservedly so.
Here's Hisham to assassination. Hisham, he could be the man, the VPG Queen's Park Rangers manager, does great work with Virtual Pro Gaming alongside Yusuf to grow the brand in the region. Here's Dinsiki. That's a nice ball over the top.
Oh,
and
try.
Izul does well to come and claim.
Singapore really need to get an away goal here. That would be it would be big trouble if Singapore leave this game without getting an away goal, and they can't concede more, I feel. So lots of work for Singapore to do in the remaining minutes of the match.
Certainly so, Nitty. If they could maybe come away here with a 2-1 defeat with that away goal, it would put a different complexion on things. Don't forget they came from a 2-1 deficit in the first leg against Thailand in the semi-final, but you're right, they've simply got to get a goal from somewhere. Flair Demon, this is better for Hisham. Achilles, though, wins that battle in the final third of Malaysia, and they clear their lines again.
Malaysia have been very strong at the back since the opening 5 minutes, and Singapore are in deep trouble at this point. They'll have to find a way past that defensive wall.
Here's Exbucky. That's a lovely ball from Exbucky. 2 against 3 in Singapore's favour, but Faiz already knows where the back of the net is, as does Afi Fierro. That sensible play from Faiz to hold it up. He waits for support, and he gets support. Finds Exbucky. Here's Afi Fierro. Back to Exbucky to Faiz, and Al Sakri does brilliantly. And they should be able to clear it through Fahmy now. They've got to get the balance right here for me, Singapore. Listen, at the moment for me, their balance and their composure not quite on a par with what we're seeing from Malaysia.
Yeah, but I think it was pretty even up till the first goal. Singapore started the game very well, but I think they kind of...
Only trouble was it in the first goal came only 11 minutes in, which is very quick in pro club parlance.
Agreed, and that kind of knocked the win out of Singapore.
Oh, they've got space here with Afi Fierro. Oh, he's gone down. Is that on the edge there? It's a penalty.
Hey, come on!
On the edge of the area, no VAR here, and Malaysia will have a chance right on half-time to go into a 3-0 lead. Is it Rybox to take it? Rybox against Derek Lim, and he smashes it away.
Rybox.
Rybox on half-time, and Singapore's one-play Sports Nations Cup dreams are turning into a nightmare. It's Malaysia 3, Singapore 0. Controversy about the decision, but no controversy about the finish. Bang down the middle. Derek Lim sent the wrong way.
Yep, again, would love to see a replay of that penalty. It seemed like it was just outside the box, but FIFA doesn't make mistakes like that. So if they say it was a penalty, it was a penalty. Malaysia lead 3-0 at halftime. I do believe 3-0 does flatter the Malaysians slightly. I think 2-0 would be a fair lead, but Singapore, after that opening 10 minutes, they haven't done much, and there's so much, attacking work that Singapore have to do here in the upcoming minutes.
The stats lit in. They only managed the 1 shot on goal. At least it was on target. But look at that. If you're going to concede at this level 6 shots on goal against the likes of Faiz and Afi Fierro, quite simply, you can't expect not to concede, no matter how good Derek Lim is. And it's given Malaysia a commanding advantage. Well, we've still got the second half to come. They obviously can't make any changes now.
Yep.
But one of the reasons I turned on Singapore in the group stages was this habit of making wholesale changes from first game to second. Do you think this is something Nasri will consider if they can't close the gap in the second half here, to just give a whole set of new players a chance in the second leg? Or do you think he's picked his best 11 here?
Nah, I think he'll stick to this 11. We saw how they came back against Thailand. They lost that first game, but they came back to win the second leg 3-0. So I do believe this is his best 11, and he will stick with them. But as of now, Malaysia in total control here.
Here's Hisham, though, trying to get it going straight to A on C. Another player we saw to great effect in the Pro Club Challenge, Exbucky. What a first half he had, along with Rybox, Faiz and Afi Fierro, the 4 string pillars for Malaysia. Light challenge from Singapore, though. They're at the races now with Dinsiki I. Send Hisham over the top, and KSI. They're not going to get it done through the middle. I'd like to see more play down the wings from Singapore, Nitin. Do you agree?
The Malaysians are playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, so that central midfield is going to be very, very... how do I put it? There'll be too many bodies in central midfield, so Singapore have to use the width. If not, they're going to have big problems here.
Here's Nasri on the turn. That's a nice pass. He's found Dinsiki I in space. Now, Dinsiki I, look how many yellow shirts are back. They're going to have to hope he's onside here, Shamir, and he is. Not seen much from Shamir so far. And if that's what he's got to show, we don't want to see much more of him either. Where on earth is the man that lit the competition on fire with 9 goals through the semi-finals, Nitin? We need to see him get on the score sheet here. Dinsiki I. Shamir in the area now, though. Shamir gets ahead to that, and he might get second helping as well. Well, where's the penalty shout there? Here's Nasri, and it's out for a corner, but this is better from Singapore, knocking on the door, Nitin.
Yep, they have to get that away goal. I think that's so important here. And they can't concede as well, because going into the next leg 4-0 or 4-1 is going to be a big problem.
Here it comes to Nasri. He's let it go to the left-hand side. Assassination drifts it in. Shamir is up for it, but good header from Yuswan from Malaysia. And Razak helps them get it away. And now they can't hit Singapore with a sucker punch on the counter, can they? 4-0 down, and there really surely is no way back for them. It's crucial, Nitin, that Singapore score next.
It is very, very important for Singapore to score the next goal. Even if that comes in the 90th minute, just getting an away goal to give you a better chance in the return leg.
Here's Dinsikiai. Malaysia. Penny and bodies behind the ball, but Shamir still got there.
Well done,
Lovely play, Shamir. Pulls it back out, Sakra to Hisham. Going to get the shot away, Hisham. Blocked brilliantly by RNC. And all of a sudden, it's Malaysia looking to scramble at the back with half an hour to go in the first leg.
Yeah, but Malaysia can easily park the bus here. They have done their job. They've scored 3 goals in a home tie. They've got a 3-goal advantage. And, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if they just shut up shop here.
AONC. Here's Ex-Bucky doing very well. Indeed, Ex-Bucky's played superbly, hasn't he?
Has every Malaysian player. I think they've all done really, really well in this first leg.
Afi Fiera can't keep it in. Lily Fai. Well, I said at 2-1 it was a different game. 3-1 it's still a mountain to climb. But with the away goal, if they could get an away goal, lose 3-1 here, remember a 2-0 win at the Sports Hub immediately following this match, it would be enough.
Yeah, they need to get the 1 goal first though, and I hope they get it soon because that might rock the boat a bit for the Malaysians and you know, give Singapore a bit more space to play.
Some people saying on the Facebook comment section, Mohammed Arifsis, is there any lag that Singapore is suffering with here?
I don't think so, but you know, I do believe Nazri, the team player manager, has been disconnected.
So they have got internet issues somewhere.
There could be some internet issues.
Ex-Bucky, Razak, was sure he was offside there, but no flag came up. Yeah, that's a blow. Nazri disconnected. They'll have to do without him. He should be back though for the home leg. And again, no saying, maybe Malaysia will be hit with connection problems. Here's a chance. Hisham accidentally gets it to assassination. Here's Flair Demon. It's coming up to 25 to midnight here, local time in Singapore. You're watching the first leg in the One Play Sports Nations Cup Grand Final. Malaysia, 3 first-half goals. They lead 3-0. Singapore desperately trying to get on the score sheet before they go to the Sports Hub in around about 5 minutes' time. That's better from Singapore. They played better in the second half, Nitin.
Much better.
Hisham and Rybox.
The man himself.
Maestro gets it to Faiz. Here's Ex-Bucky. It's 3 against 5 in Singapore's favour, but there are yellow shirts pouring forward trying to support. Razak's Ex-Bucky. Good work from Dinsikiai. And now on the left-hand side, an assassination goes and going. But at times when you watch this, it looks like Singapore are playing with 10 and Malaysia 11.
Yeah, it does feel like that at times, but I do believe in the second half, Singapore has improved tremendously as compared to the first half. They've had more possession, but still they are unable to you know, create a clear-cut chance at this point.
Here's Hisham, Dinsikiai straight to IONC. He's run it back though, good play from Dinsikiai. And Hisham's done well as well. Hisham with a little bit of showboating and skill. Trying to find an option, does well to find Lily Fai. Oh, Lily Fai, that's lazy to Razak. And Hisham bailed him out by getting it back. Lily Fai's pass this time is better. Gets it back to Hisham. And Ex-Bucky can get it away. Here's Faiz.
Some really brilliant defending there from Malaysia. They really gave Singapore little to no options there and eventually won the ball back. So fantastic stuff from Malaysia in this first leg.
Is 3-0 insurmountable at the Sports Hub when they go to the second leg, Nitin? Can it be done?
It can be done, but again, it's very unlikely. That's why Singapore really need to get this away goal. If not, you know, I do fear for their hopes in the second game.
Because remember, if Malaysia just score 1, that means Singapore will have to score 5 at least. Dinsikiai, a goal here for Singapore could really set this up for the second leg. Otherwise, I hate to say it, not only will the eggs be staying in their cartons, it's going to be a painful second leg for Singapore. Here's Rybox. Inside to Razak. It's come to Razak. Farmi's now getting it to Afi Fiera, who goes down. I thought there was a tug on the shirt there, but no penalty given. And Singapore just about survive.
This game is not good for my health. Yeah, again, Singapore causing, you know, masters of their own downfall at the back. And they were lucky to escape there without conceding.
Here's Shamir to Hisham. This is better. Can Singapore do to Malaysia what Malaysia did to the end right at the end of the first half? And that's get on the score sheet. Assassination, Max Nevis. The play in the final third and the service to Shamir has been non-existent, Nicky.
Agreed. It's been too narrow, I feel. I do believe the 4-1-2-1 too narrow that the Malaysians are playing are countering Singapore.
Oh, Razak has got it through to Ex-Bucky. Here's Faiz. Faiz finds Rybox. And look at Rybox's skill here. Eventually, Dinsikiai can bring it away. And now Singapore trying to counter. And Singapore have got red shirts up here. Here's Hisham looking for the option. Gets it to Shamir. Shamir, oh, not the best pass to Max Nevis and Achilles. Well, his teammates won't be happy with that. He's belted it out with just over 2 minutes to play for Singapore to have a chance to maybe get one last chance.
It looks like it will end 3-0 here.
Well, there's a free kick. Assassination. Wins the free kick. They're going to have to just pop this in the middle and hope for the best. Heads are up. Oh, I thought for a minute it was going to drop as Yuzwan got there, but they'll have to make do with a throw. Singapore finishing strong, but they need a goal and they need it badly. Dinsikiai with a throw to Shamir. Shamir needs to get in the area. He's doing them no good there. Hisham, Ex-Bucky. Oh, Shamir's onto this. Shamir's onto this. Oh,
no. Good save, Izul. Really well done, bro.
Corner to Singapore. They need a goal. Can they get a goal? Flicks on near post 5, but there's no one on the edge of the 6-yard box to finish it off. The flick on was brilliant, but no one there hit it.
Yep, story of the game for Singapore. They haven't quite got there in terms of their attacking contributions, but defensively the Malaysians have been superb and they are well deserving of this Premier League. I'm happy to say that